Your Honor, and I'm sorry, this has been a long trial, so I don't know the date. But when Investigator Viverito, when we had the Daubert hearing related to her coming in as an expert, we, the defense, have repeatedly requested the training materials and other materials that she generated for use. We need those in our cross-examination of her. At the time of the Daubert hearing, we were not provided with that. Mr. Harvey said...
what do you mean by training materials?
She testified that she develops a training course, and that in that course she trains other law enforcement on gang investigation. And so we wanted the materials from that course because we believe that we need those in our cross-examination of her. You know, and of course I come from a civil background where I'm used to getting all kinds of information with regard to experts testifying, and we haven't received a report, an expert report from her. Which
Because one doesn't exist.
That's
and
true.
If
One doesn't exist.
One does not have training created.
True, and I'm not disagreeing with the court, but certainly training materials that she uses does exist. We've asked for it. We've not been provided with it.
When's the last time y'all brought that up to the state that, hey, we still need those things?
I cannot tell you, but we've repeatedly asked for them over the course of the last year, Your Honor. And we were told by the previous court that at some point that may become, actually, what did the court say? It might be something that may need to be tendered at that point or brought up if does come in as an expert. We're at the point now where she's being presumably brought in to testify as some combination of fact witness and expert witness. So we still don't have those materials, Your Honor. I don't have an issue with her testifying as a fact witness.
I understand. I'm just saying, like, we've had Investigator Viverito has been on the state's list for weeks and weeks, and the time to have brought up, oh, hey, we don't have the training materials yet, would have been sometime before when she's probably already here. And if she doesn't have them in her bag, because nobody's reminded her, she's not probably going to be able to access them unless she can maybe do it electronically. I don't mind asking Mr. Adkins to either himself or have one of his investigators step out to wherever she is and see if she could access anything electronically and provide it. But if she can't, you know, it's kind of understandable right now since we didn't give her a heads up anytime recently, even though we knew she was going to be testifying, to search your files and find them.
I understand, Your Honor. So if maybe they could do an additional request and maybe it will come up, maybe it won't. If she is allowed to testify as an expert, though, I would ask the court to follow the previous court's order that there's a bifurcation of her factual testimony from her expert testimony in order to prevent confusion to the jury. There was also an instruction that the previous court had come up with. I will endeavor to find it. That was to be read to the jury prior to her testifying at, this is, by the way, not specific to her. It was all the witnesses that were in the dual,
Okay, well, I'm not sure that it's 100% feasible to say, okay, for, you know, this set of questions, it's one thing, and for the next set, it's another. But I will instruct the state to instruct her, or in the way you ask your questions, make it clear to the jury, all right, at this point, I'm asking you your expert opinion about whatever it is you may ask.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I mean, to the extent that you can separate them, do, but I mean, there may be times when she's saying, you know, here's some social media post. And then, for instance, she might need to testify because I've got this background in gangs. I know that this particular emoji means something or another.
So is the previous court's order no longer in effect about the statement that's to be read?
No, I'm trying to say how it practically needs to be implemented. And if you want to provide me with whatever instruction you're talking about, I'll take a look and.
Okay. And then again, I'm going to, because of what the court just said, that I 1,000% agree with the court that it's very difficult to handle this dual witness, and it is why I objected to witnesses in this dual role. There's plenty of case law that goes against it, but I'm going to maintain an objection to a witness testifying in the dual role as an expert and a fact witness, Your Honor. Just like a continuing objection on that.
All right, well, I think it happens fairly frequently. And she was qualified as an expert, right? I mean, y'all got a ruling after the Daubert hearing, right?
I believe that's correct. Correct, Your Honor.
That's what I thought. All right, anything else? I don't know if we have the jury ready yet or not. They should be, it's 9, but I'll have to check on that.
This is going to be a hot mess.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I believe Deputy Sprinkle is right outside. I'm just gonna go double check.
Of course,
Okay,
he's right
thank you.
outside.
Thank you.
Okay, and I don't know if Investigator Viverito is here or not yet, but can somebody get word to her to try to find her training materials?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, jury's not ready, okay. All right, did y'all find out any additional